If we believe there was any fraud committed, we have the option of filing a lawsuit for 3 or 4 times the value of the home they say they're trying to foreclose on you. I'm gonna go on the low side, and we'll say 3 times the value of $450,000. So what we would do is possibly file a lawsuit against the bank, a separate lawsuit against the bank, for $1.35 million. All right. Now, do I expect for us to win $1.35 million? No, not at all. However, they're going to spend anywhere between $100,000 to $250,000 trying to defend. I mean, because they're defending against let's say $1 million lawsuit. They're going to spend $250,000 to $500,000. Your mortgage is worth less than what they will spend just defending against a fraud lawsuit. However, the banks are like the big ogres from Harry Potter. They don't stop. They just mindless robots that move forward and crush anything in its path. Because you're just a small homeowner fighting $1 billion, $1 trillion industry. All right. However, if they're looking at the potential of winning the foreclosure case, they're going to spend $200,000 trying to win it. But what if they lose? They've spent $200,000 plus they've lost the house. The fraud lawsuit, they're going to spend $250,000 to $500,000 defending against it, and that's if they win. If they lose, they've spent $250,000 to $500,000 plus whatever the jury decides to award you. Now, the interesting thing about that is there's 12 people on a jury. The national average is that 2 of those people just don't like banks. In fact, more people hate banks than they hate attorneys. So right now, I'm kind of loving it. Secondly, 4 or 5 of those people on that jury are either homeowners themselves who have struggled through this crisis or faced the modification nightmare or are facing foreclosure themselves as they're sitting there in a jury box getting paid $50 or $75, losing a day's work and worrying if they're going to be able to pay their mortgage. Or 3 more people on that jury have had a personal connection with the foreclosure. Mom, dad, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, son, or daughter have been foreclosed on, have went through the modification nightmare roller coaster ride, all right? And they are knowing right then and there that you are a homeowner that's fighting back, and they want to know one answer and one answer only. And I'm going to put the banker on the stand and ask him, why, when my homeowner client tried to modify, you denied him? Why, when he tried to seek a restructuring, you denied him? Why, when he tried to renegotiate and work out any kind of solution, even though we showed that there was fraud or errors or mistakes made, why, Mr. Banker, did you refuse to help this homeowner when he came to you asking for help? And no matter what the banker answers, the jury is not going to be able to find that it's a realistic, honest approach to dealing with a homeowner who's trying desperately to save his home. So, Mr. Banker, we can go the easy way where we find a solution, or we can go the hard way where you're going to spend anywhere between $500,000 to $1 million trying to foreclose on a home that isn't even worth $200,000. And maybe you'll be successful and foreclose. And maybe you'll be successful and defeat the fraud lawsuit. But you're still going to spend $500,000 doing it. Wouldn't it be easier instead to take that $400,000 mortgage, reduce it somewhere to about $280,000, an area that my homeowner can afford, and with an interest rate where you will make money